Hi, I'm Gordon Walton, and I've executive produced some games you might have heard of, such as Ultima Online, The Sims Online, Star Wars Galaxies, and Star Wars The Old Republic.
Hi, and I'm J. Todd Coleman. I'm the creative director of Shadowbane, Wizard 101, and Pirate 101.
And we're the founders of Artcraft Entertainment.
So our goal at Artcraft is to create a new type of online experience, something that hasn't been done before.
I want to play something with the intensity of a season of Game of Thrones, only in a game setting.
Yeah, exactly. Allies, enemies, alliances, betrayal, conquest. These are the components that we feel are lacking in today's online experiences.
And we're going to change that.
So Crowfall is a mix of a massively multiplayer online role-playing game and a strategy game. The problem is those are two very, very different genres. In an MMO, the expectation players have is that the world will be persistent, actually permanent. In a strategy game, the expectation is that the game is over when somebody wins. So imagine a family gets together once a year for a game of Risk. At the end of the night, they just throw a tablecloth over the board, they come back the next year, and they pick up the game from where they left off last year. The first year would actually be a hell of a lot of fun. Everybody would be in the game, jockeying for position, trying to figure out where their place was in the world. By year two, one person, let's say Uncle Bob, starts to pull ahead. A few people drop out, the other people are still kind of enjoying themselves, though it's pretty obvious that they're not going to win. By year three, Bob is clearly pulled ahead and everyone else is bored. In fact, the only one having fun at this point is Uncle Bob. Fast forward 10 years. Bob is now an unassailable tyrant, and anyone who even tries to challenge him is crushed instantly. Nobody's having fun, not even Uncle Bob. This is the problem with a strategy game. A strategy game inherently has to have a chance to restart, or the game simply doesn't work. It stops being fun.
So the concept is the heroes are permanent, but the worlds, they're not. They decay, they get destroyed. Imagine you're playing a campaign, say 3 months. The campaign ends. Well, your character doesn't get destroyed, the world gets destroyed. After that's done, you get to pick a whole new campaign. At any given time, there may be dozens of campaigns. You just choose one, and in you go.
Each world in the Crowfall universe is unique. Unique map, unique rule set, unique victory conditions. It's like a bunch of massively multiplayer games of Risk all running together at the same time. Players choose a world and then a team, either a faction or a guild, and then they vie for control of that world.
Each map is filled with ancient ruins and towns, caves, stuff for players to explore.
Our whole world is fully dynamic, dynamically created at the beginning of the campaign. All the oceans, continents, rivers, hills, they're all different in every world. The world is made of voxels, which are little building blocks, a bit like Minecraft, but much smaller.
Most people are using voxels for creation. They're using them to create sandboxes where people can build. We're using them for a very different reason. We're using voxels for destruction.
Players can do everything from blow holes in walls, they can dig tunnels and siege from below.
The idea of coming around a corner, finding another player, shooting a fireball, hitting a wall, blowing that up, and having that fall down on that player was just an awesome, awesome idea.
There's two types of worlds. Campaign worlds are like a soccer match. They have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And then the players move on and take that experience into the next game. The Eternal Kingdoms, though, are like the whole soccer season.
The Eternal Kingdoms is where you would come back between campaigns. It's where your player housing is. It's also where you would, count your spoils from war or lick your wounds if you didn't have such a successful bout.
The player who owns the world gets to decide things like the taxes and the tariffs and even the PvP rules. Those players completely control those worlds. So in order to get here, originally we put in our own money. Like that was the thing that kicked this entire company off. Then we took a little external money. The real risk, though, at the beginning was, will this Kickstarter take or not, right? It's very much a you either make it or you don't, all or nothing kind of proposition.
So the Kickstarter did make it. We raised $1.8 million, which is
crazy.
Awesomely great. We are the 15th biggest video game Kickstarter ever, and we're going to continue to crowdfund as we move forward.
Yeah, so there's a couple reasons for that. First of all, some people are just finding out about us today, and there's no reason for those people not to be able to join our community. The bigger and more obvious reason is that money really helps. I mean, it helps us reinvest into the game, make the game stronger, bring in additional hires. Everybody wins as a result of amassing more people that really get and love our vision.
So thank you for checking us out, and if you feel like you want to pledge, please hit the pledge button on the page.
And if you already have pledged, thank you so much.
Yep. See you in game.
See you in game.